Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the first news we got this week is the launch in China of the open beta for Path of Exile. So China is the biggest market for gaming worldwide, and well, mostly for actual cell phones and the stuff, but still even for PC games, just for the sheer amount of people there are in China. And GGG finally made their debut launch, so the game entered open beta there, and GGG is partnered with Tencent, which is actually the biggest company in the world for gaming, which also holds like the majority of the stakes for League of Legends and such. So this will just give you the scope of the company, and if the launch goes just even decent, it's probably going to bring GGG a lot of money. So let's hope for that, so they can actually continue to innovate the game and remain themselves. I don't think Tencent is going to actually force GGG to make changes. Also, any changes are probably going to be specific for the China region, which already has some changes like covering of bones and such, which always happen there for whatever reason they want. And you can see a couple of photos of the venue for the event launch, and goddamn, how cool does this look? Like a stained window. This looks like it's 4 meters high or something like that. It's definitely amazing. I mean, I would love to be an event like this. But anyway, there's also a trailer if you want to look at it. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't sound too cool, but anyway, still pretty nice to look at it. And what's GGG working on? Since this week's news weren't many, GGG kind of went off and talked about what they are actually going to work on in the future. So first up, some more Harbinger improvements. So the fights are a little faster now, monsters are summoned faster, monsters are more interesting, and they drop, or the Harbingers drop, kind of better shards in red and yellow maps, so that you don't have to just clear low level maps faster to actually improve on your currency, and I think that's a good one. Also, some improvements to the beachhead fight, which should be a little bit less annoying right now. And I mean, there's been a lot of very small buffs to the Harbinger League, so you might not notice too much of a change, but if you think at when the league started, it's actually gone quite a way. Also, a new currency stash tab, or rather a change to the currency stash tab has happened now, and as you can see, there are more slots. If you haven't been in game yet, you can see the annulment orb is going to be in here with the shards. All of the shards are around here, and there's a slot for the coin as well, so you actually have free space down here, which is pretty nice. And to achieve this, GGG actually reduced the dimension of all of these slots here, so you might notice it's kind of between the quad tab and the normal tab in terms of dimension, which is kind of interesting. Also, talking about future releases, GGG said they want to get back on their 3 months league track, so there's going to be a new big release on the first week of December, which is not going to be of course an expansion as big as the Fall of Oriath, but still it's going to be a full expansion. So I'm really curious to see where GGG is going now, especially for the story. So we'll have to see about that. They might not touch the story, they might do something completely optional. We'll see how that goes. Also, very quick thing, if you happen to be in New Zealand and looking for a job, the customer support for GGG is hiring again. I guess they had a lot of trouble keeping up with the big influx of new players which came with the 3.0 update. And the other thing is the Xbox launch. So the Xbox launched, as we can see here with the trailer, on the 24th of August, so kind of a couple days ago. And if you want to play, all you have to do is browse on the Xbox for the free games, or also just search for Path of Exile, which will obviously find you the game itself. And you can play basically if you are in any country in the world except South Korea, China and Japan, which will have probably their own dedicated servers over a week. We will have to see how that goes, but still, I guess it's something about politics and that kind of stuff, because otherwise there will be no problems. Also, for the languages is pretty much what is happening for the PC version, and there is also a starting bundle already. Also, all of the supported packs are already available on the Xbox as well, with prices updated because they do not contain any physical goodie, which the PC version does. And it launched with the Harbinger Challenge League as well. So that is going to be really interesting. If you happen to have an Xbox One, definitely try it out, unless you of course are already spending 5,000 hours on the PC one, which is fine as well. But still, this is definitely not going to be as big as the China launch, but it's going to gather to a lot more players than someone would expect, because there's a lot of players who actually play on Xbox or consoles, and having this game on their own platform might just be the thing that gets them to play it. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's going really well, hopefully it's worth it for GGG. And yeah, I think that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host Zorzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.